Polisena will speak more to specifically in some data in this community, but enabling legislation is different than mandating, and we know that there's a problem with cities and towns being able to pay its bills and then transfer that onto our taxpayers at any time, at this point in time, or any time in the future. Quite frankly, is not very clear. And when you look at for instance, some of our ratepayers in our community as a result of Kentucky Water just had 11.6% increase in their rate. And the reason that the increase on the rate was because they weren't selling enough water. So to start restricting usage at this point in time when rates are increasing on residents because they're not selling enough water, it seems as though that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Cumberland has put in meters in the last year. And one of the reasons that we put meters in was because our meters were aging. So it was time to put meters in. We chose to put some higher technology in to be able to have the ability to read meters. One of the reasons that we did it now was because there was a debate whether you needed to have licensed plumbers actually install the meters, which that's why the figures I believe that you just heard are higher than what we did, because our cost would have went up by almost 60%, 50 to 60%, just on that regulation alone. So it makes sense to be using this technology, but to be mandating that down to the communities is very, very difficult, and it doesn't make a lot of sense, especially when all the spotlight right now is the solvency on communities and taxpayers to pay the fees. So what's happening is that they have less customers. So as a result of having less customers, their volume is going down. And when the city of Pawtucket built the water plant, it was for a certain amount of millions of gallons per day. And as a result of that, that volume is down to a level that they have to transfer that cost of the building of that facility onto the ratepayers. And it filters right through Center Falls, Pawtucket, Cumberland, and then our wholesale dollars that we service half of Cumberland through our water department, we pay a higher wholesale cost, and then that gets transferred into our ratepayers.
Let me tell you, we have a water district per se, it's called Johnson Water. We have not quite 1,900, about 1,900 customers, and I have a huge staff. I have a staff of one. I have this young lady who's a clerk. She takes care of our sewer building and our water building. And I have privatized my management of the water. I can't afford to tack on an extra $1.1 million to the current rate pay that we have. This is just another unfunded mandate. And what really galls me, and I think it's going to gall you after I read the numbers, is these people from the Water Resources Board, the State Water Resources Board, sit in their white ivory water tower, and they're asking for these outrageous demands, if you will. But if you bear with me, members of the community, just let me tell you what their salaries are for 6 people. You have a staff director. Last year he got $85,282. This year he's getting $91,258. Many of you, I don't know if you have a business, but my people took a pay cut. Supervisor and civil engineer. Last year he was paid $85,267. This year, $89,354. The program is
all due respect, we have a bunch of bills.
All right, with six members, okay, with 6 employees, with their benefits, it's $689,159. So, I'm not saying anything against the board. I just think that for them to throw this, perhaps they can afford it because they make real good salaries. But I know that the citizens of Johnston, these people that obviously are buying water from the town of Johnston, cannot afford it. Now, we also have customers from Providence Water, and I just think once again, it's an unfunded mandate that this committee is, not this committee, but this board is putting on the citizens of the town. So I'm begging you, on hands and knees, please, if you really look closely at the Commonwealth's bill to repeal this, it would help your constituents as well as help my constituents, because they just can't afford it anymore. These mandates, and I think I'm speaking, and I think Mayor McKee will say, for our coalition of mayors, town managers, and administrators, we spoke to many of them, and they agree. We just can't afford to, I mean, I can't even look the taxpayers in the face and tell them that they're going to get a higher water bill because they have to have these ridiculous so-called radio meter on their homes. It's just, it's just not worth it. This is the wrong long time. If they did this 10 years ago, when everybody was making money and everybody, wasn't in a dire straits for it, no problem. But we can't afford it anymore. So I'm pleading with you. I remember you years ago when I was a former senator. I remember looking at legislation, and I voted on stuff I probably shouldn't have voted on. And I'm just hoping I come through a reference. I'm hoping that you think about this and say, you know what, this was a mistake. And quite frankly, given his board so much power to do this, it's frightening. My DPW is going to get up next, and he's going to share a list about this thick, okay, of what else they want to do to the citizens of the state, and it's disgusting.
I'm going to ask that we not get into things outside of the context of the bill.
This is in the context of the bill.
If there's other things other than just removing the RF frequency things, I guess because we have other bills,
I understand.
I don't find that to be that germane to the, I mean, I know
If
you've been...
you can leave this information.
I would be happy to definitely, I don't want to avoid getting
No, I understand.
Like the salaries, I mean, I know what you're trying to build is a context about costs, but I think you guys, I think Rep. Carnevale built a good case, and I think you guys are building a good case about the concerns about that, but I don't know that the outside pieces...
Well, I think the issue with the salaries, Mr. Chairman, is that the fact is perhaps, once again, I'll say, maybe they can afford to pay an extra $500 or $600 or $700 a year. My citizens can't. Maybe yours can, I don't know.
I'm not sure, but thank you very much, Mayor. Any other questions for Mayor Polisena? Thank you very much, Mayor. We appreciate your time.
I'm going to be quick. Representative Mak Megalli did an excellent job on presenting the issue concerning the meters. It's true that, to my knowledge, the projection even for future supply in the state outside the target for the water, for the province water supply board, they're projecting that in 20 years we will have surplus of water demand. So for anybody to portray that this measure will really help us to meet the future demand, that is not the case. This is nothing but additional expenses. In the water industry, we are subjected to regulations from the Department of Health. And now adding this board to the water supply board, giving them the authority of the board, which I'm not going to go into, I know your time frame. It is nothing but adding another bureaucratic layer on top of the bureaucratic layers. Without going into detail, I'm going to leave some materials with you. They do have a hearing on March 15 in the State House on Room A, which they are going to promulgate the implementation of the overall legislation which was enacted in 2009, which it was entitled Water Use and Government Efficiency Act 2009. What we're dealing with tonight is just one small section of it, because that is coming soon. But I do urge everybody to look at it. It does include many measures which they are good. They are good measures. They should be enabled. They should not be mandated.